Porsha.
What is this, honey?
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. She was a friend of mine. Mess. Porsha has literally chosen violence after Mother's Day. Like, girl, what is this, honey? So what is going on, y'all? We have got to talk about Porsha and Simon. Girl, Porsha dropped some pictures Sunday and had the girls asking questions. Sundays was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, all the folks with kids. Happy Mother's Day to y'all. Now, Porsha posted a picture to celebrate Mother's Day. She posted a picture with Dennis and Simon was in it. Now, what made the picture awkward is that Porsha is leaning over and you see a ring and she has her hand on his stomach. I'm looking like, Dennis is right there. What's going on? Like, it's just a lot going on. I'm like, are these, your two husbands now? Is he giving polyamorous relationship? Girl, because if it is, I'm here for it. Like, girl, I'm here for it. But I was confused. Like, I'm looking at it with my friend and I'm saying, well, maybe, I don't want to read too much into this. Just because this woman, is, right next to him don't mean that there's something flirtatious or something like that. I literally have taken pictures with women and I put my hands like around them and stuff, like just in a respectful way. And, some pictures can look like that we're a couple. I mean, there's a famous picture of me taking a picture with this girl and her son. And folks have literally said, this is my family. So, girl, that's a mess. I'm not gonna post the picture, but you know the picture with me, the pink polo shirt on. But yeah, so I didn't want to read too much into it, but the girls started to talk and then they started to zoom in and look at all the details. And you saw that, Porsha had on, seemed like an engagement ring, and people were saying, this is not the ring that Dennis gave Porsha. And I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe Dennis, said, hey, girl, that ring was too much. Can we take it back? Because I'm still making payments on it. So let me send that back and get you something cheaper since you're going to keep it. Let me at least do that. So I'm thinking that's what's going on. No, girl. The girls are saying, oh, no, ma'am, that's an engagement ring, and it seems like she's engaged to Simon. So I'm like, okay, ain't no way. So I am at home. I'm getting to the house, and I see Porsha has posted a picture with this caption. Our relationship began a month ago. Yes, we are crazy in love, but I know it's fast, girl. But we are living life each day to its fullest. I bet I choose violence was what you wanted to say. I choose happiness every morning and every night. Tuning out all negative energy. I guess that includes Faylnn. And only focus on positive wishes. He makes me happy, and to me, that is what matters most. For all of you that need facts, girl, because we do. I get the optics, girl, they look bad. But Simon filed for divorce from a previous marriage, not from a previous marriage. Girl, you can't even say the girl name. You can't even say that Simon filed for divorce from Faylnn. I want to know who helped you, who helped you write this, because it's very, very short and sweet, so nasty, so rude. Faylnn and I are not friends, and Simon's divorce has been settled. Our relationship is a positive, loving step forward in everybody's lives. Simon and Dennis are committed to being respectful and supportive of my happiness in this situation, as well as being in the best co-parents that they can be to baby PJ. Two black men stepping up and being amazing people. Let's praise them. It's truly a beautiful moment in my life, and we cannot wait to spend the rest of our lives together, And then she said hashtag P, she said XOXOP, and then she said hashtag love wins. First of all, love wins is not for no cis hetero scandalous mess like this. Love wins is to talk about love with queer folks that all love is beautiful, all the other stuff. So girl, Porsha, don't be using our stuff. Don't be out here, gentrifying our shit for your hot mess ass scandal. Now, I love you, girl, but we ain't gonna give it that. Now, the timeline ain't making sense. It's giving Phaedra explaining her pregnancy and her due date all over again. And I just at her eating my scrambled eggs and my pancakes, and I'm just confused about what is going on. Because you said that he filed for divorce in January. Okay, so let's say he filed for y'all filmed this scene where you went to Faylnn's house with this man, you know, y'all filmed it late 2020. So how is it that you've been in the same vicinity, you've met him, you met her, like, girl, that you know then this is the opinion that you wanted to get? Now, like, what's going on? So y'all just kept it cordial, cool? So what you're telling me is that it was nothing. So how did y'all meet in the middle of a pandemic? He filed for divorce January, so where did y'all meet at? Like, it's just like, Porsha, it's just not clicking for me that you just say, oh, let me text, like, where did y'all meet at? Like, where did y'all meet at? I need more details, like, because this is the court of public opinion, and you get paid off of public opinion. So, Porsha, it's just not looking good, girl. Now, look, y'all know I don't stand for nobody. I do like Porsha. She follows me on Instagram. I love it that she's been following me on Instagram for forever. I fucked with Porsha. I love her to death. But girl, the Porsha Kingdom, we are finding this. Well, I ain't in there. Maybe just a little bit, but I'm not in the Porsha stand group. But girl, they're finding it very hard to defend this because it ain't just looking right. It's not looking right. Now I'm gonna say this one thing. I am not going to be engaging in misogyny and saying that Porsha has stolen this man. Simon is a grown ass man. He's a grown ass man. That man's like 50 something years old. So I just don't want to engage in something saying that this 38-year-old woman was able to snatch this 50-year-old man from his wife. It's just like, no ma'am, these are two consenting adults. Simon is just not even more responsible for this scandalous mess because he was the one who, you know, did the vows and all that in marriage. Now let me tell you something. Marriage to me is about the same as relationship. I don't think that shit is just as much powerful. I don't believe in taking an oath in God and all that other stuff. I don't believe in that. I believe if you don't have to have marriage to have respect for one each other. Like, you don't have to sign no contract. I don't believe in that. However, if these are two people who have made a situation and say, hey girl, we're gonna be committed to each other, we're gonna be monogamous, all these other stuff, and then yeah. But I don't believe that Porsha has snatched Simon from. I feel like Simon has been probably checked out of the relationship years ago or whatever. He probably was checked out of the marriage. And I just don't see him waiting to January to file for divorce, which tells me that he probably was already interested in Porsha from the beginning. He was probably already liking each other's pictures or giving each other the Google eyes or doing something way before then. And I think it's just like understood, like, hey girl, I just don't see Faylnn and Simon just randomly deciding in January we don't want to be together. That's some stuff. The same thing with Bill Gates and Melinda Gates. It's the same situation where Melinda had been talking to her advisors about divorcing Bill Gates. Like, she had been talking about divorcing him since the whole Jeffrey Epstein mess back in 2019. So it's just, you know, she'd been thinking about it. So I'm thinking that's what's going on with Simon and Faylnn, as that they were just, you know, playing it for the cameras and doing whatever, and playing face for everybody, because that's just what happens. Like, we're gonna play face for everybody, but we know what's up. So that's what I'm getting. However, the storyline or whatever, the timeline is just not adding up. Like, it just, first of all, it's weird for Porsha to be getting engaged to a man that she has known for a minute, but has only, like, she's only been intimate with him in a month. Like, it's just, like, in the short amount of time that you have seen him since he has been divorced and all that finalized, y'all have met each other, found out that y'all like each other, and got engaged all in the month and a half. It's just not making sense. It's just not making sense to me. So I think Porsha got to do a better job of explaining this for her brand. But I think that the what's name needs to be earnest or whatever needs to be put on Simon, because Simon, who was the person who took an oath and married Faylnn in front of and did all those things. So now the tea is that Porsha might be not only engaged but also pregnant. My girl Kimberly Foster, shout out to her over at Fort Harriet, made a comment, a tweet, and said that Porsha looked like she's pregnant, or Porsha is pregnant or something. Paraphrasing, because she had on a little floaty dress or whatever. I don't know. I'm one of the folks I don't want to comment on, you know, a woman being pregnant or whatever, just from visuals or whatever. But I will comment based off how they move, maneuvering and all that. Just like how Cardi B, I felt like she was pregnant when she was doing certain stuff to, like, you know, while she was performing. I was like, okay, it's giving that. And we'll go back with other women who've worked and stuff. We can kind of tell, like even Beyonce was like, hey girl, like what's the tea? What's going on? The performance is kind of like changed from the original stuff they used to do. So it's just not making sense. The timeline ain't making sense. So Simon has posted on his Instagram and just said, hey girl, like we want to travel the world. I love her, da 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 da, or whatever. And kind of just reiterating that they are engaged. And I was like, girl, how y'all travel the world like this? Like, yeah. But I forgot this man's worth $40 million. So yeah, it's definitely possible for you to love somebody following when y'all both work, you know, some serious coin. You can just take a break. You ain't got to be working on 9 to 5 like, you know, some of us, and be, you know, like you got other folks working for you to making money. So yeah, you can do shit a month and a half. It's probably 2 years in our time for somebody who's working 40 something plus hours a week. So girl, this is interesting. The timeline just does not add up for my girl Porsha. It's just not adding up. And the girls are eating Porsha up a little bit. Some folks are taking up and saying, hey girl, Porsha has, you know, once again saved the season because the whole season 13 was just on Porsha and this Bolo situation. And now, you know, Porsha's engagement, whatever this situation with Simon, has literally gotten more attention than the whole entire season at 13. Like, it was trending for like at least 24 hours. Like, it started last night and it had continued on the morning and the day. Like, Porsha was the #1 trending topic on Twitter. Like, everybody was talking about it. It was the stuff. It was what we needed. Like, I believe Porsha is playing the game. Shout out to my good guy Nate, who literally said that Porsha is doing. She's doing it. Like, she is out here, like, securing the bag. And I think that's exactly what it's giving. Come to find out, Porsha is in talks to get a 3-part series on Bravo about her life. Now, the series is not going to be focused on this mess with Simon, but her work with Black Lives Matter and all the activist work she's done, which I have some questions about. And I think that can be the critique on Porsha about some of the folks that she's, you know, friendly with in the movement who have been called out for grifting and profiting off of the death of black and brown folks. So that's another conversation. We've talked about that on In the Middle. Check that out. So yeah, this whole mess. It is a mess, girl. I don't really have a say in it. I really don't too much care, but I care because it's interesting, it's mess. But you know, some of the housewives have responded. Kenya posted a little, did I lie? And I'm just like, I don't know what you lied about. I'm not sure what you lied about, other than saying that she's a hoe or something like that. Or I'm not sure what it is that Kenya's saying. Like, I don't understand the purpose of the video. Like, I would have posted something different and said, girl, messy. Or I would have just reposted, she was a friend of mine. But I don't think that I lied. The Nicki Minaj video was the thing. But that's the thing that Kenya does. Kenya hops on stuff and talks about stuff, and then don't want anybody to do her like that when she is experiencing something. So I don't know. I'm glad Porsha's ignoring her, don't say anything, because honestly this helps you out, Kenya, because we don't give a damn about you and Mark season 14, to be honest. Like, keep him in New York and his family. We're just not interested in it. Now, girl, there's talks that Faylnn has gotten engaged to her secret boo thing. I don't know if the video is real or the picture, but they said she proposed to her boo thing. And I don't know. The Neighborhood Talk posted it and then they took it down. I don't know what's it giving. I don't know if I believe it. That's the only person Canada needs to be doing a speak on it with Faylnn. Girl, I need to know the details. That's the only person I'm interested in hearing from is Faylnn. Now, Faylnn is allegedly unfollowed Porsha on Instagram, and Porsha has reiterated that they were not friends. Her and Faylnn were not friends. And I can see that, like, Bravo does this stuff where they'll say, oh, you know, just like when Cynthia introduced Drew and she said that, oh, Drew is my friend. But all it is just, you know, finding a way for them to bring a new cast member on the show, because you can't come out and say, hey, Drew is the new person on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's our new cast member. It would break the fourth wall. Like, it would just make us, remind us that these folks are not really friends. This is a job. They all are recording and to bring us entertainment. And, you know, we need a little bit of illusion for us to carry on and stuff. So, girl, the whole mess is a mess. Now, I want to dive into something else I was going to say before another video. I am not here for the colorism and featureism, the small amount of colorism with Simon. A lot of folks were calling Simon ugly, and a lot of folks were saying that Porsha has a specific taste in men, and that we can't find any attractive millionaires or whatever, attractive rich men. And I'm just like, y'all, anti-blackness is like showing like strong. I think Simon is an attractive man. I don't like calling anybody ugly. I hate calling folks ugly. I hate hearing people call folks ugly. Like, Simon looks like what I would look like 20, 30 years from now, if I continue on and drinking water and all that other stuff. That man is not ugly. Dennis damn sure ain't ugly, because he looked good as hell in that yellow outfit. No disrespect to Dennis, but baby, Dennis is fine as hell. He's from Detroit, so I know it's good, because the D stands for good D. And he just has, I love me with big eyes, so he's so fine. But I really don't like doing this, but like, black men do experience colorism a little bit. Like, of course, women experience it worse, but I don't like this conversation of calling this man ugly, because had it been reversed and a desirable man had found somebody who is like, found a woman who is not as desirable, whatever, read as desirable, would the response be the same? Because the same thing was said about Derrick Jackson's wife and how people were saying her. Like, it's just like, we can't be out here at it, like, talking about colorism and featureism and dragging it and then participate in it when it comes to a situation like this. Like, everybody kept saying, oh, I'm not saying he ugly, I just don't find him attractive and da-da-da. But if you name the things that makes this man ugly, your anti-blackness would be showing. And you clearly saw that when people compared him to Morris Chestnut. Like, this is the, like, dark skin, especially dark skin fat folks, cannot be average. You cannot be average, no way, shape, or form. That's why you meet a lot of fat folks. They are extremely talented. Like, they can't afford to be like, quiet. And I'm not saying that Simon is fat, but he's older. Clearly, he's not like in the gym and having the gym body. But the man looks good. But it's giving featureism and how people are responding to him, how he looks. And this man is like, he is, I'm not sure where he's from, but like, he has like African features, like strong African features. And the way y'all are talking about it is the same way that men were talking about, and women too, were talking about OG. And it's just like, I'm tired of it. Stop doing that. Like, we can, like, that man ain't, like, just talk about his behavior, the fact that, girl, you out here doing this, like, but to call this man ugly and to say, like, Dennis is ugly, I really don't like that. I want folks to stop participating in calling folks ugly when it comes to this. And some folks say, oh, you out here defending somebody who's hoarding wealth. No, I'm defending somebody who looks like me. Because if I get in a relationship and I end up with somebody who is desirable more than me, are y'all gonna drag me the same damn way and make it seem like that I'm not worthy of love because I'm not as desirable as my partner? Like, that's the thing. Like, who are we? And that lets me know that people completely understand how desirability works, because for you to say that like, oh, this man is ugly, like what Porsha is thinking, like she got a nasty taste of men, it's like you saying that you know that there is this standard of what is considered beauty, and that what Porsha is after and what she's interested is not beauty. So that lets me know y'all clearly understand desirability. Y'all clearly do. Because you are trying to wrap your mind around, why is Porsha in this relationship? She might just find a man attractive. And Porsha is hypervisible and desirable. Like, Porsha is beautiful. She is desirable. But for Porsha to be choosing someone who is less desirable is a problem of folks. And people need to check themselves with that, because that's not the tea. And it's not the tea to be out here doing it. I do not like for folks to be participating in that type of stuff. It's a whole bunch of other shit we can be dragging. The fact that Porsha introduced this girl to the show and she's now engaged to her ex-husband is a drag in itself. But to say that Simon is ugly, to say that Dennis is ugly, it's anti-black, it's giving featureism, it's giving colorism, and all of the things, and I do not like it. Now, with that being said, tell what y'all thought about what's going on. Sound off in the comments about this Porsha and Simon saga, because girl, it is a whole bunch. I will be updating y'all if anything comes out or some other stuff and King Reed's videos, but girl, I just want to make sure that y'all hear my thoughts and stuff. And somebody said, Justin, we need you to talk about it, but the video need to be given 20 minutes. And I gave y'all that. So tell what y'all thought about this video. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you later on tonight. Bye.